Hey there, let me share something that might completely change how you think about conversations and influence. Most people believe that being a great speaker is the ultimate way to win people over. And yeah, speaking well definitely helps. But here's the twist nobody talks about. Sometimes keeping your mouth shut is way more powerful than any words you could say. I'm going to break down exactly why silence works so well and how you can use it to become more influential, respected, and honestly, just more interesting to be around. 1. Make people feel like they actually matter. Here's what most people get wrong about relationships. They think it's about proving how smart they are, how much they know, how interesting their stories are. Wrong. Dead wrong. The real secret? Making the other person feel valued. When you talk less and genuinely listen, not just waiting for your turn to speak, something magical happens. The person you're with starts feeling important, heard, respected. And when people feel that way around you, they associate those good feelings with you. Think about the last time someone gave you their complete, undivided attention. No phone checking, no interrupting, just pure focus on what you were saying. Felt pretty amazing, right? That's the power you're giving others when you choose to listen instead of performing. 2. Stop showing your empty spots. This one's crucial. When you talk too much, especially about things you don't fully understand, you're basically giving people a tour of your knowledge gaps. Every time you speak without real substance, you're showing them exactly where you're lacking. But here's the beautiful thing about staying quiet. People can't see what you don't know. They fill in the blanks with their imagination. And guess what? Their imagination is usually way more generous than reality. People naturally assume that quiet, thoughtful individuals have depth. They think you're holding back wisdom, not emptiness. It's like having a poker face for your intellect. 3. Become mysteriously attractive. Want to know something interesting? The most charismatic people aren't necessarily the best talkers. They're often the best listeners. There's something magnetic about someone who doesn't feel the need to prove themselves constantly. When you're not filling every silence with chatter, people start seeing you as mysterious, confident, maybe even a little intimidating in a good way. They wonder what you're thinking, what insights you might have. That curiosity works in your favor. 4. Use therapeutic silence like a pro. Here's a technique that works incredibly well in both personal and professional settings. When someone tells you something important, maybe they're downplaying a big problem or celebration, don't immediately jump in with your response. Just wait. Look at them with genuine interest. Count to 15 in your head. That silence creates a gentle pressure that often leads people to share what they really meant to say, not just the surface-level version. Try this in your next meaningful conversation. Ask a good question, then actually give them space to think and respond fully. You'll be surprised how much deeper the conversation goes. 5. Stop killing your dreams with too much talk. This might sound weird, but there's actual psychology behind this. People who constantly talk about their goals and plans often struggle to achieve them. Why? Because talking about doing something gives your brain a little hit of satisfaction. It's like your mind thinks you've already made progress just by discussing it. Keep your big dreams and plans a little closer to your chest. Let your actions do the talking instead of your words. When you finally achieve something, the impact is so much stronger because people weren't expecting it. 6. Master the power pause in important moments. Picture this: you're in a job interview, a serious relationship conversation, or any high-stakes situation where your response really matters. Instead of blurting out the first thing that comes to mind, try this. Take a breath. Look them in the eye with calm confidence. Wait about 15 seconds while you actually think about your answer. Then speak. To you, those 15 seconds feel like an eternity. To them, you look thoughtful, serious, and like someone whose words carry weight. When you finally do speak, they're already primed to listen because you've shown your response is worth waiting for. 7. Turn your words into currency. Think of your words like money. The more you spend, the less each one is worth. When you explain everything, justify every decision, and fill every pause with chatter, you're basically causing word inflation. Your thoughts become common, expected, ordinary. But when you speak with intention and economy, each word becomes valuable. People lean in when you talk because they know you don't waste their time with empty noise. 8. Read the room and know when to zip it. Here's the practical part. You need to develop a sense for when silence serves you better than speaking. Before jumping into a conversation, ask yourself, do I actually know enough about this topic to add value? Am I about to speak just to hear my own voice? Would this person benefit more from being heard than from hearing my opinion? Is my urge to talk coming from genuine helpfulness or from wanting to seem smart? 9. Build your silent confidence. The goal isn't to become a mute, it's to become selective. When you do speak, you want it to matter. Start practicing this in low-stakes situations first. At dinner with friends, try being the one who asks good questions and then actually listens to the full answers. Notice how different the energy feels when you're not constantly thinking about what to say next. Notice how people respond when they feel genuinely heard rather than just waiting to be impressive. The bottom line, in our noisy, attention-grabbing world, your thoughtful silence becomes a superpower. It makes people feel valued, keeps your knowledge gaps private, builds an aura of confidence and wisdom, and ironically makes your actual words much more impactful when you do choose to use them. Remember, you don't need to prove your worth in every conversation. Sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is create space for others to shine while you observe, learn, and strategically choose your moments to contribute. Try it this week. Talk less, listen more, and watch how differently people start responding to you. The results might just surprise you.